This is John Boy Bryant. Sitting across from me right now, Peter Buck and Mike Mills of R.E.M. They are now on, I guess, a whirlwind tour of radio stations and doing a little publicity about a brand new release. Is that correct? You jump in here anytime you want.
I'm enjoying it so far. You just keep talking.
Six cities in 7 days.
6 cities?
Talk about the record, yeah.
My, oh my. The record, of course, is the one I love, the one that we only have the single version of. The LP is going to be called Document, right?
Right.
Is there something amazingly different about this one? You're Mike, right?
Right.
Okay, Mike, answer that question for me. Is there something different about this? I'm sitting here holding in my hand 5 different R.E.M. records. There's a similarity with these records that you want to tell us about that? Or
this record has 8 million guitars on it, and that's the most special thing about it.
That's a big difference, right?
It's great. It's really loud and great.
Okay, and a lot of the other albums were kind of put together a fluid style. Is that right?
Well, you know, I mean, the records are supposed to kind of flow. I mean, they don't necessarily make a whole lot of sense as far as commercial radio type stuff. They're kind of mood postcards, some of them. This record's a lot more direct, a lot more rowdy. I don't know. It's a lot more chaotic, too. So
Chaotic. Explain that for me.
I think this is 1987. This is a year for chaos. So we're just, doing our little bit.
Our part to help.
You're going to be doing, as a matter of fact, you're starting to do a whole lot of bits. You're going to be going overseas very soon. Is that right?
Right.
Where are you going to be going there?
One show in London, Paris, Utrecht, Holland, and Dusseldorf, Germany.
That ought to be a nice little tour. What, is that 4 dates right there?
4 shows in about 10 days. We're going to talk to a lot of foreign newspapers and that kind of thing, people we can't understand. And it makes for great interviews because they don't know what we're saying and we don't know what they're saying.
It was, sitting here amazed. I'm sure that the people over in Athens, Georgia recognize you immediately, but I don't make it over to Athens that much, but I'm sitting here amazed. The style that R.E.M. delivers in their songs and everything sounds very, very European to me. I expected a couple of blokes with British accents, but here you are. You sound like the guys next door, and hey.
Well, some of it kind of sounds British, but there's a lot of Southern things in there too. To me, when I listen back to it, I hear a whole lot of things that indicate that we're from the South.
Is that right?
Yeah, and some people don't think so, but that's because they're from Chicago and they don't know the difference.
There you go. And well, the one thing that pointed it out to me, that it told me directly that you were from the South, is the cover of the R.E.M. Murmur LP that has kudzu on the cover. I mean, that's how many other albums have you ever seen that featured kudzu?
0.
See, we're definitely unique.
There's only one.
Okay, that's great. Is there any particular song that you want to hear that you want to stand out here? Let's see. I've got the most recent LP, Life's Rich Pageant.
Yeah, let's hear the rockin' song off that one. It's called These Days.
Anything about that song you want to tell us?
It's about 3 minutes long.
That's all we know about it.
That's all you know about it? I mean, you didn't sit around, nothing came to you, a light in the middle of a tunnel or something like that?
It's in the key of E.
There we go, R.E.M. We'll talk some more. Mike Mills, Peter Buck of R.E.M. on 96 Rock. 96 Rock, WKLS FM, and we're in Atlanta, and that is These Days. Whoops, there we go. Another one sneaking right in there. Try to get another song in there before we get to talking. I recognize that one immediately. Peter Buck and Mike Mills of R.E.M. sliding by the 96 Rock Studios to chat with us today. This is great. I'm really tickled. I'm looking at this, and I'm a little bit overwhelmed at how much material you've churned out in the past, since 1981 or 83?
Well, started writing in 1980, actually.
But I guess our first album came out in '83. When you look back, though, it does seem like a whole lot. I mean, I just tend to think of, well, this is what I do, and then I look back and there's a big pile of records in my room that I made, and it's kind of amazing. But really, it's what you do, and if you do it every day, it doesn't seem like it's that much work.
We've thrown away as many things as we've kept.
Is that right?
And for good reason. They usually stink too.
Okay. Well, most bands, when they're trying to get started, usually can turn them out at the cliff of one every 3 years or something like that, or at least have any success with them. And I mean, we're sitting here looking at the CDs, nice packages and everything, and I'm really impressed. I mean, you guys are doing well for a couple of kids from Athens.
Yeah, well, everybody in the band writes too, so that helps. We've got input from all 4 people.
It's better than sitting around. And someone like Prince, I mean, he has 8 hit singles on his albums, and they last for 2 years, and ours have slightly less amount of hit singles on each album. Like 8 less.
7.5 less.
And so our record's pretty much over after like 6 months or something. It's nice to have another one out within the year. And I like to work. I mean, it's better than sitting around watching TV or something.
This is going to sound wild to you, but the only thing I remember that's similar to this is a combination of either Elvis Presley or the Beatles churning out this much material in this short a time and having it stick on there, and then you got one to replace it, and they're all a little bit different. I mean, it doesn't sound like the same thing over and over again, rehashed or anything like that, but that's refreshing. interesting. What can we look forward to on the new LP document? Of course, we've got the song, The One I Love, back here that we're ready to play, but is there anything else we need to look for on that LP?
We've got some songs that we wrote a little bit differently. We're trying to approach our writing in a more expanded manner in songs that don't have the same formula for us. So there are some things that make a little less musical sense on this record. And
less musical sense?
Less musical sense. They're not just quite as straight ahead as some of our stuff. If anything is straight ahead.
Assuming that you thought we were straight ahead in the first place. This is less so.
Okay, definitely. Is there anything else? Wait, you got the tour that's going overseas. Are you going to be coming back to the States?
Right, we come back after about 10 days, since we'll be back in September, and then start the American tour 1st of October.
1st of October. Do you have much success, I mean, a tremendous amount of success at colleges or campuses or anything like that? I was thinking, tying in with the fact that the University of Georgia is over there in Athens, do you have more success being... playing at colleges, or do you just go in and hit it broadside?
Both. We've always had great success with college radio. They tend to pick up on, unknown bands, which is what we've been mostly all the time. And so when we go somewhere to play, there are a bunch of college kids that have already heard the stuff. So that's real supportive for us. But now we can play just about anywhere and get crowds.
Great. And you opened recently, what, with the Police?
Oh, that was years ago. Yeah, we did about 4 dates with them. I mean, God, they've been broken up for 4 years.
That was misery too.
Was it really?
Oh, it was awful.
Yeah, it's not a fun musical situation there. I mean, there's 20,000 girls that want to see Sting with his shirt off, and we're kind of the barrier between that and them, and it's not very fun. If you ever saw Spinal Tap, it's kind of like that. It's
yeah.
There are a lot of things.
Only a little bit less fun.
Like that.
That's great. I tell you what, we'll jump into another song here. We're talking with Peter Buck and Mike Mills of R.E.M. This is the One I Love, new LP document, right?
Right. And as much as we said that all the stuff on the record is less straight ahead, this is probably the most straight ahead thing we've ever written. So.
Naturally.
Good. The One I Love on 96 Rock. 96 Rock, that is R.E.M. and The One I Love, and singing the backup, the second lead vocal right here, sitting right across from me, Mike Mills.
Yep.
Of R.E.M. I'm tickled to have you guys here today because there's a real surge of this particular style of music in Athens. When did this occur? I mean, were you in college then, or were you just in Athens?
I think we had already been asked to leave college by the time that this all started. But I guess we started in 1980, and there were other bands like Pylon had been around before us, the Method Actors. Of course, everyone knows the B-52s.
And Love Tractor.
Love Tractor, the Side Effects. They were all people that we knew and kind of lived on the same street. And we all played the same bars, and nobody came to see us, or we got successful kind of quick. But there was
yeah. What's the difference? I mean, how come you guys were able to sling it on the wall and some of it stuck?
Well, partly luck, a lot of luck, and partly because we toured every day for about 3 years. We were on the road about 175, 200 days a year, and that's what you have to do.
That's pretty awesome. And the other bands that were going on at that time, Love Tractor?
They're still going.
Love Tractor's
B-52's
still left.
Doing stuff. Side Effects broke up. Pylon, of course. They're one of our favorite bands.
They were the best, probably the best live band I've ever seen.
Is that right? You think so?
They
rank right up there in my book. They were really cool. We recorded one of their songs kind of as a tribute after they broke up, and it was a B-side of some English single, I guess, or maybe it was an American single. But it ended up on that last record we did, Dead Letter Office, which was kind of a compilation of B-sides and vaguely obscure stuff.
Vaguely obscure. That sounds redundant, right? Okay. This is crazy. Pylon wrote this?
They wrote it, and we just kind of borrowed it. Their version is a little bit more angular than ours. Ours is kind of the folk rock version.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But we liked it so much we decided to put it on.
And you put it on Dead Letter Office. It's crazy. And this is R.E.M. We're talking with Peter Buck and Mike Mills, and we'll be chatting with them again. Let's listen to this one. This should be neat. Dead Letter Office, Crazy on 96 Rock. That's crazy.
Yes, it is.
That's Dead Letter Office right there. What gave you the idea to come up with the name of an LP called Dead Letter Office?
Well, it's all stuff that has reached its
its final destination,
final resting point.
File 13. Put them right here.
Right.
That came out
we should also mention that is our esteemed manager Jefferson Holt singing some of the background vocals on that last song.
Jeff, the guy that's out there running around.
Right.
Very good. Jeff did a nice job on that one.
Yes, he did.
This is John Boy. I'm talking with Peter Buck and Mike Mills of R.E.M. on 96 Rock here. And I tell you what, we'll take a break right here, and then we'll come back and play one more song. How's that?
Fine.
Thanks a lot, guys. And we are sitting across from Peter Buck and Mike Mills of R.E.M. and there's going to be a tour, and you're going to be touring beginning October 1st as far as the stateside tour is concerned. And when
We'll cruise into Atlanta the 24th and 25th of November.
Mike will cruise. I probably will just drive.
I always cruise.
You both read my mind. That was what I was trying to... Well, that's right around Thanksgiving, isn't
The
it?
days before, 2 days before.
2 days before Thanksgiving. That's what we're looking forward to. Gonna be nice. Anything you want to close with here? Anything you want to share with your friends over in Athens or here in Atlanta?
Yeah, well, just a big hello. Say hi to Ken, even though he told me not to. So.
That's my brother.
All right, very
Oh,
good.
my mom, she's listening. Hey to all the girls in the office.
Okay. Look, we really can't get away with saying personal messages on the air, but
okay.
I just thought I would let you know that. Anyway, Peter Buck, Mike Mills of R.E.M., thanks for stopping by. One last song we're going to be playing here. Anything you want to tell us about him?
It kind of it exemplifies our life, I think.
Theme song for R.E.M.
Right.
Here. Can't get there from here on 96 Rock. 96 Rock, R.E.M. Our thanks to Mike Mills and Peter Buck for stopping by and chatting with us a little bit today, and good luck on their new LP Document. And I can't wait until November at 24th and 25th, third year in a row, they're going to be at the Fox Theater. We're looking forward to that just prior to Thanksgiving. Thanks, guys, for stopping by on 96 Rock.